You, in a manic search for love. What if he is my soulmate? I think every person asked this question in one form or another, just like the hero of the series we'll talk about today did. You is exactly what this series is called, and its third season was recently released. But this series is not just about love or the search for love. No, it is about a maniac and serial killer who is trying to find, as he thinks, true love in the girls he meets. The main character Joe, played by Penn Badgley, is not at all a man obsessed with murder or violence. He is more than sincerely determined to enter into a relationship, become a faithful boyfriend and start a family. And yet he is a maniac, who, by the way, is quite aware of his characteristics and problems. But he is a maniac born of a new era, in which social networks play an important role in choosing and getting closer to the object of desire, through which people discover the content of their inner worlds, from where Joe largely draws information, fueling his interest. As you know, mania has an internal cyclicity, which ultimately prevents the hero, having entered into a relationship, from maintaining it for a long time, because the true goal is not relationships, but namely observation, tracking, fantasizing, which leads to disappointment in partners, and then, to the search for new ones. In the series, this moment is perfectly revealed, and a cool narrative technique is used. The hero's thoughts are voiced when he performs certain actions, when analyzing situations and making choices. I've never interacted with maniacs, but the character's inner voice and thinking sound very believable. Life wouldn't be life if it didn't throw Joe more and more new surprises and challenges on the path to finding love. One of them is the pregnancy of his girlfriend and the birth of a child. Not to mention the fact that the girl he was lucky enough to meet even surpasses Joe in many aspects of not the most healthy behavior and adaptation patterns. How will the main character pass the tests? Will he be able to find love? Will he be able to cope with himself in order to become a faithful boyfriend, father, or... Despite the obvious villainy of the main character, this series is filled with educational content. There is quite appropriate humor and irony in it. It does not concentrate on massacres and violence, introducing into the narrative a significant psychological component of the maniac's personality, allowing him to talk about himself and his experiences. I recommend watching the series. If not everyone, then many of the viewers at some points will be able to recognize themselves in the behavior of the hero and his logic, because the search for love and acceptance, sometimes very desperate and uncompromising, is familiar to almost everyone, although, of course, unfortunately, does not become a mania for everyone.